Hello everybody, I'm SJM. Welcome back to Opolis Inc. It's update today. Beta 6 update released today. So, along with it, just gonna talk about some of the changes in there and little updates on what I did off camera since the last episode. I didn't do anything more with the this stuff over there, but yeah, let's just dive on into it here. So the with the update, there had been some talk about doing a pass on mystical agriculture seeds and things because they thought it was imbalanced. So there was quite a bit that I wasn't doing with mystical agriculture on purpose because I didn't know what was coming and I didn't want to have my series out there with like super outdated or non-viable information. So I did start when I saw the changes. I did go ahead and start upgrading my field here with some of the growth accelerators. So I've got 2 levels of growth accelerators on there now. So it's only cost 50 diamonds to get the 2 levels there. So it's not too harsh on the diamonds, but it's still a little bit intensive if you're a little bit earlier in the game. But my field now grows a little bit faster than I can harvest it with the tertium upgrade in here. So as I add another layer or two, then we'll have to upgrade this guy. We could even make it a little bit bigger, but then we'd have to add water to make sure everything stays hydrated. So I'm 6 of one, half dozen of the other on whether I'm going to be doing that. The updates that they did do with applied or with mystical agriculture was that they removed seed crafting recipes. Now, I did a full pass on all of the seeds, and these are all of the seeds that don't have crafting recipes anymore. A lot of them, I suspect, never had them to start with, and we'll talk about the notable ones after. So, rubber seeds, you can only get rubber seeds if you already had rubber seeds and you growing it in a cloche. Same with saltpeter, apatite, graphite, energized steel, which I haven't even seen in this pack at any rate. So, oh yes, okay. So this was the one I was looking for that I thought I missed. So this one, so the graphite, apatite, saltpeter, rubber, and yeah, those 4. Oh, I don't think have a place in this pack at all. But the ones, so the energized steel, the niotic, the nitro, which is the top tier, the spirited and the blazing crystal seeds look like all of their crafting recipes have been completely removed. You can't get them anyway. Clicking on the seeds, recipes for the seeds, they still have the uses in JEI because if you have the seeds, you can grow them. But that I think is the one that they were alluding to there. And then, of course, the one I was looking forward to getting to in the next couple of episodes, they actually removed. So that's kind of good. There is another intended way, which I had actually already future-proofed myself against. So I think you should be good on that there. But yeah, we can no longer grow the nether star seeds. So, once you kill a wither and get a nether star, then you can buy nether stars, apparently, if I'm reading the quest line correctly. And then after that, we could, take 4 nether stars and make nether star seeds and then start growing it. But then it takes 27 of this nether star essence just to make 1 nether star, because 9 goes to make a shard, then 3 shards go to make a nether star. But seeing as how we can't get the seeds anymore unless you cheat them in, mystical agriculture nether stars aren't there anymore. The wither skeleton skulls are still in there, so I'll definitely be doing that in the near future, as we are in just about the place where we need to take on the wither, which is another reason why I was upgrading all of my equipment last episode, was so that we could get into there. They removed the melting recipe for this null stuff to get the liquid, because the liquid spawns in world in the end, and it acts like water that you can make a source out of it. So if I put one there and one there, I can now collect as much of this null liquid as I want. So there's no more melting recipe for the little flowers here anymore. So maybe I'll just... Oh, I can't even plant them here. Maybe it takes end stone to plant them, but I'm not going to be storing them at all, so we can say goodbye to those. The big part of the update is the farming is now updated. So I forget how much farming stuff I had done, because it's been quite a while. Okay, so I did get all the way up to the top tier before. So I forget what the old recipes were for this now, but we now need phased wheat to get the ultimate farming bucks. And then similarly with the... Oh, this is still just regular nether resources, which isn't too hard. Just getting the weeping vines for those ones, for those farming bucks. And yeah, these ones are now skulked variations of the crops. So beetroot, potatoes, carrots, and wheat. Basically, to get the skulked wheat, you have to put skulk underneath your farm, similar to the way I've got the growth accelerators under there. I'll just plant the skulk underneath the crops there, and then we'll get the skulked versions if I wanted to get those, and if we were in that part of the game, right? So, but we're no longer really in there, and they changed things around here. And then the new things that they have added are the genes. So there's a bunch of new genes which apparently do things to help your crops in different ways. So the speed gene, or the SP33D speed gene, causes crops to grow much faster than normal. The N0C1URN, the nocturne gene, allows crops to grow better in the dark and more efficiently, which I don't know what this means. Grants more efficiency than the SP33D. But I guess we could probably... I didn't look in here yet for the other ones. So there's the SP33, there's the NOC, and there's the HOT. Which maybe allows things to grow better in hot. And then there's the PH4SE, so phase. So I think the hot gene is probably something if we wanted to grow things in the nether. And then the phase is for growing things in the end. Which, if I recall correctly from the patch notes, is how those crops work there at the top end. So that's that there. I've also now that I literally 2 episodes ago I got myself a Silk Touch book. Now there's a quest to get a Silk Touch book. which is still this. Oh, it's they've even reduced that down. It's a lot cheaper than it was before, which I'm not going to cry too much about it because what's done is done, and I could always probably get Silk Touch on an axe or something else. Maybe if I needed it, maybe on a shovel if I ever wanted to collect grass and other assorted things like that. I could technically probably do it on a hoe so you could collect the skulk a lot faster, but I just went down with my netherite pickaxe because I've already found a city. What are they called? Ancient cities. That's what they are. And collected up a couple of stacks of skulk down there already, so I've got that on hand, so I don't even really need to do it, but that is how you would do it moving forward there, and then plant the skulk to get your skulk crops, and then from there we're going into the nether. So yeah, you normally wouldn't be able to grow things in the nether, but if you had the hot gene. Now I don't know how these work. So we get these genetically modified, so you use them in the combiner. So let's say we just have a vanilla beetroot. I'm unsure exactly how that all works. I guess we'll have to play around with it at some point. I'm glad I've got my house up on stilts so I can be away from the monsters that live underneath the ground around my base. And then the phase gene causes crops to grow in extra spatial dimensions, creating an effect of being bigger on the inside. Okay, whatever you say, but that's how we now we get the ultimate farming bucks from the phased variations. I don't know if you just take a cloche to the end and grow crops in there that way, if that works. Let's give that a live on-air test, right? Oh, hello, sir. I saw you. Before he comes back and causes trouble. Oh, I've got carrots right here. That'll work. Oh, it's way down at the end because I reset my end portal or waystone. Like this. Does this have to be farmland in the cloche? No, but it needs rich soil. Think I can do that. So we might have to apply the gene to it to get it to grow phased. Yeah, so it just doesn't grow that way here. And do I have a hoe on me? No. Let me do that and test if we can just grow something here. No, that doesn't make sense because it's got to be genetically modified before it would be able to grow here. That makes more sense. But I'll test all of that stuff off camera more properly, and we'll talk about it in the next episode, either briefly or in detail if I feel it warrants it. But the last thing we'll do in this episode is talk about the elephant in the room. You may have noticed my levels there already. I'm at level 80, and you may have seen the waypoint that I have, which is called Enderman Farm. So this is something I thought about originally when looking at the ultimate bounty bucks. So, you know, if we get lots of these activated ender pearls, then we can trade them for the ultimate bounty bucks. Actually, hold on. I wanted one of those so I could look at the uses. So in there, we sell them for the ultimate bounty bucks. And then we trade the ultimate bounty bucks in the market. So 32 of them should buy us another star. But no, wait, that's the catalog, not the market. It's selling another star gets you 32. No, because selling says 8 in the quest line. Here. Right? Takes 8 ultimate bounty bucks for us to create another star, but of course we need to charge you for that service. How does 32 total sound? So yes, I think the way it works is you have to sell 1 nether star and 32 ultimate bucks, and then you'll get 2 nether stars back out of it. So you can dupe your nether stars that way, because I can't just buy them. But at any rate, long story short, I wanted to have a way to get the ultimate bucks, and this seemed like the best way to do it because I didn't really want to do a skulk farm. Then the other big pain in the butt with Enderman farms is the Endermite and the name tag. I do have a couple of name tags, so that wasn't the big issue, but I still absolutely despise trying to get an Endermite, and I usually end up in the void 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 times trying to get that whole system to work. But this farm does not require that if we waterlog all of our leaves, and you just have to make sure that you go outside of the Enderman teleport range, which is 30 blocks. Right, so as long as we've got 30 this way past where our killing chamber is, which is basically just one deep here, and up here we've got the bridge crossing over here, which is 30 long, and then the spawning platform, which is, it's only 18 long, but does the trick pretty well. And I ended up, you know, with all of the extra drops that we have, like there's if you happen to be using a netherite sword to kill them, then you've got all those license fragments coming. You've got normal ender pearls, you've got activated ender pearls, you've got basic loot boxes, you've got inferium essence. So I ended up setting up a, let's change, oh, I was on hover. Ended up setting an item trash can here. Blacklisted for inferium essence and activated ender pearl. Probably take out the inferium essence at some point when now that I've got the got it coming in a lot faster on the other side, but just, you know, blacklisting that. So, but the only problem is that even though this is coming out of here and landing, like it should go past the trash can first, I still get this garbage ending up in my chest, which I don't want, and I don't really need the ender pearls right now. We can always get millions of them later. Just add it to the exception list on the trash can. So this system isn't working as good as I wanted. And I would probably suggest, instead of doing this, is that you use a backpack. So even with a gold tier, you can get all of the upgrades you need. You just needed a magnet upgrade. You don't even need advanced, but you can get some more and better filtering choices with this one. And then you could get a void upgrade as well, so that you could automatically void all of that garbage that's coming in. And what was I thinking? Magnet upgrade, the void upgrade. And yeah, you could just put it down here and it wouldn't be a teleportable block, right? Because anywhere that I've got a block that can be exposed to the sky, I've got to make sure I've got the waterlogged leaf block there so that Enderman won't teleport to it. They'll end up there, but there's no way for them to get to me from there, so that's not a big concern really. But we may as well just have a little go at this one. So the way it's designed, the bridge is, over here one with the steps up, so that I've got a clear line of sight. So this is how we attract the Enderman, is we just stare them down. They're all spawn in a row there, right? So then they all come flying at me. And we just wait for enough to get in there to start cramming. And if I had sweeping edge, it probably might be a little bit better. Then of course looting would be a lot better, but that would make the whole system. I'm going to stop staring at the Endermen so we stop angering them and coming at us anymore. And of course, with any good Enderman farm, having your Enderman screams, your Enderman hurts, and your Enderman deaths all muted, so that it doesn't drive you absolutely crazy when you're here doing your farm thing. Let's see, did we get one end up over there? No. And I originally didn't have this block here waterlogged because this is only a 2-high entrance, but we've got the baby Endermen in the pack. So they actually ended up teleporting back there and giving me little kisses on the buttocks there every once in a while. So I had to waterlog that one, but this, yeah, works like a charm. No messing around with endermites, no doing any of those. I will put the link to the video in the description if you want to build it yourself, but it's basically 9 stacks of leaves, 2 trapdoors. He uses a armor stand sitting on this trapdoor in the tutorial. I don't have it here, obviously, because I don't think it's necessary, but maybe it works better with the sweeping edge. I'm not sure, but I would, in my opinion, because we've got the elite mobs in here, which can have like 80 health sometimes you just want to be able to hit that guy straight up and not have to rely on the sweeping edge and the entity cramming to do all of the damage for you. So that's that there. So got a few of those coming in there. Still the garbage is coming through here a little bit, but getting Inferium, getting activated Ender Pearls, and as you can see, or as you will see here in a second or two, I have 256 ultimate bounty bucks already, right? So 4 stacks, which would be 8 extra nether stars if I eventually get there. Obviously, we can't use those to make the seeds anymore, but oh, geez, wrong button. I would like to get started on the nitro crystals. So, and we need another star to just make any nitro, and that's the next step up for our power generation. Because I have a feeling in the future we'll need that, so it's just a good quick way for doing that. And Nether Stars is also reduces it down to 1.5 seconds for generating any of those things. Anything that you use in your speed blocks, right? Oh, and your flight augment. That's the other big one that I'm looking to get here really, really quickly once we do kill our first wither, which I think we will do in the next episode. But that is it for this episode. I hope you all enjoyed. I appreciate you for checking it out, and we will see you in the next one. See ya!